The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line.
Can you hear me? So I would really like to thank everyone for joining also and for inviting me. I can understand that it's late in the evening and that too on Monday morning. So I really appreciate your enthusiasm. And for the next few minutes that we are here, let's try to utilize the best of our time. And I'll begin with a few questions that I have. So, as you know, that the session that I'm going to conduct today is your career, your brand, and how you can build personal branding for career growth. So, this session is quite important in today's time, specifically where things have become a lot more digital. And I also want to ask the first question here is that how many of you have updated your LinkedIn in the past month? So before I begin, I want to take some pulse from the audience. And can I get some yes, no, or you can even raise your hand and mention that you have updated your LinkedIn in the past month? Okay. I see one no, but rest I see yes. People have put their hands up as well. Okay, awesome. So our audience here knows about LinkedIn and they have updated their profile. Awesome, very nice to see this. And Ken, you mentioned that what is the purpose of a LinkedIn profile? So let's say that you have updated. So I'm sure you must be having a LinkedIn profile too. So what is the purpose to have that profile? Just you can mention just one word, two words, one sentence. Just keep it short. To create a digital presence, Harini mentions great. Pranav mentions for networking. Yes, awesome. I just need three more answers and then I'll begin with the session. Okay. To showcase, Indu has mentioned showcase our achievements. Is that what you mean? Okay. Our skills, self, insight, experience. Okay, great. So now I think we are all warmed up. And let me just share my screen and begin. Just one sec. And as Maitri mentioned, please ensure that you click pictures and you also have a diary where you can write notes from the session because the presentation would not be shared post the session. So you can you can make notes, you can even click pictures as you feel fit. So yeah, let's begin with the session. So I'm Katyayani Nath, and I work as the marketing and communication specialist at MathWorks. So MathWorks is a company that is the maker of MATLAB and Simulink. Many of you who are from the engineering side of things might know that about this software. So I work here presently for the past 3 years. Previous to this, I did my MBA and my BTech from computer science and my MBA from marketing from Narsi Monji in Mumbai. And in the due course of 5 years, I did 14 plus internships. And these 14 plus internships were at brands like I Am Bangalore, Burger King, DCM Sriram Group, where I worked in various technical as well as management roles. And I bring in a lot of experience from the branding, strategy, marketing side of things. And hope we can make the best from this session and you can gain from my experience as well as I can also learn from the sort of questions that you'll be asking and making me learn as well. So I also collaborated with 10 plus different institutions across India and have mentored 5,000 plus people. I guide students and early career professionals on resume review, making a career in marketing, preparing for jobs and interview preparation, and case study competitions. And I'm a mentor on Unstop as well. So without further ado, let's get started. So these are few of the guest talks that I have given previously. where I have collaborated with IEEE, then with Smart India Hackathon as well, but I had done a webinar, then with Delhi University, and done a lot of corporate exposure sessions as well. These are few of other talks where I was a jury in colleges. Then I happened to do panel discussions and so forth. So what we will be talking about today, so in brief, the agenda for today is that I would first be covering on decoding, finding internships and jobs. Then next, we would be covering about LinkedIn optimization. So how you can make your LinkedIn profile to stand out. And we will also be taking some questions towards the end and in the mid as well. So first, let's begin with the ultimate guide for landing jobs as well as internships. So this is the first instance that I want to ask you is that you see these two pictures on the screen, and on the left hand side it says, like, it's in Hindi, but I can translate if any of you don't know Hindi. So on the left hand side it says, मेरी internship लगने की उम्मीद भी इस साल की तरह खत्म होती जा रही है. It means that just like the year is ending for real, my luck to get an internship is also that unlucky. So how many of you feel this? I'll just open the chat as well. Let me just read the second part, and I would like to hear from you. Like, how many of you relate to this? And the second picture says, like, life में purpose मिले ना मिले, बढ़िया internship मिल जाए. That whether I find a purpose in my life or not, but I should get a good internship for sure. So yeah, I'll go to my chat and see that how many of you all relate to this. Can I get some yes or no? No also is fine. Yes, some say yes. Some. Okay. So a lot of you all have mentioned that you all relate to this. So, and that's exactly why we wanted to have this session for you. Great. So let's come back to the slides. So these are a few of the 14 different internships that I did during my college, and also the job opportunities that I received post college. So here is a screenshot that I tried to collate from the different emails where it says confirmation for internship, confirmation for job, for this position, and so on. So let me start with a story that you see all those screenshots, and here is I have also pasted some snapshot from the LinkedIn as well. But now you may wonder that how does one crack so many internships or jobs, right? Because I may just mention in one line that yeah, I did those internships or jobs, but how did I crack those? So that is exactly what we want to decode in this session, and that's the reason for us to connect. So I'll begin with sharing a few internship or job finding tools with you that seem to really work for me, and I'll also quote some examples on the way where I had used these techniques to back some of those skills. So the first one being that on LinkedIn, I had applied via the jobs portal. So on LinkedIn, when you see the home page on the top hand side, right side, you'll see a briefcase like this, where it says the jobs. So when you click on this, you can see the different sort of jobs that are listed there. And when you scroll further, so I'll give you a demo as well on this one. So when you scroll further, you'll see the different job collections where it says that if you want to go for hybrid sort of job, or if you want to have a sustainability sort of job, so those things you can choose. Then on the top bar, it also has an option where you can mention the job that you would like. You can just put in some keywords, for example, a marketing job in Bangalore, and you'll get a lot of options. And fourth technique that I want to mention is that there is also an option of easy apply, where you can click and directly apply for a particular job. And there is one hack that I want to share, is that there is an option where in easy apply, or even if it's not easy apply, there is an option where sometimes recruiter mention meet the hiring team. So here also you can check who the recruiter is and drop in a message showing your interest. So this also makes you stand out from the regular crowd who has submitted, let's say, 100 plus applications already. So I'll just go on my LinkedIn profile. Yeah. So here is where I was mentioning. This is the job. Hope you can see the briefcase. So here is the job portal. And when you go here and you click, so as per your profile that you have filled the details, you can see that which are the top picks for me. So this is as per my profile. Then it also mentions explore the companies that hire for your skills. Like I have mentioned about marketing, strategy, branding. So as per that, it is showing these companies. Then it also shows that where I can be a top applicant. And then this is a screenshot that I had pasted where it also shows that where I can apply via easy apply. Then what are the hybrid opportunities available. Then it also shows jobs that are present at my present company. So these are some of those. Now let's just click on this role and see. So let's say when I click here, you can see that here are your connections where people have already worked, or these are the people whom in your network whom you can reach out to take some idea about this position. And when you click on that role, you can see about the team, what is the job description, and what are the must-have skills, and about the company. So this will also give a good idea to you about the company and the job description. Now, let me show you one more screenshot. So this is a job that I had just bookmarked for this session. So here you can see this easy apply option. So when you click on easy apply, you will get just a couple of like 4-5 questions where you can fill in the details and your application will go on after you submit. Here there is an option where the hiring team details are available. So you can message and let them know about your interest too after applying on easy apply, or you with the usual portal. So yeah, this is on one of the tools, which is LinkedIn. Now coming back to the presentation. So the next tool is Indeed, and along with Indeed, Internshala. So these tools actually really helped me, I would say, in the initial part where I was just trying to get an internship. So here there were multiple internships which had like quick filters where I used to mention that I need a remote in opportunity, and I also used to put in some filters like the stipend I'm looking for or the salary. Then I used to also add something things like if I want a job or an internship. And then you can also put down a few of the points like some key skills that you have. So Internshala and Indeed were really helpful, and it gave me a lot of good leads as well as a lot of opportunities which I later pursued too. So when you go on these websites, you can enter the relevant keywords that you're looking for. And as per the relevant keywords that you enter, you can get the listings of different options that are available. So do check these out. And other than these platforms, I would suggest if you can join, there are these internships, jobs, WhatsApp groups. Then there are groups on Telegram as well. You can join career fairs, career portals. There are companies who have their career portals on the website, so you can check that out. And of course, network as much as you can. These things will really help you when you want to find a job or an internship too. And never ever doubt the big significance which cold emails have. So I'll just share one example from an internship that I got in IIM Bangalore. So there I did about 200 cold emails to professors where I wanted to get a summer internship. And from 200, I got just two response. One response was, no, we don't have an opening, and one response was that, yeah, let's discuss on the next steps and see if you're a good fit. So cold emails have worked for me. I have also known of a friend of mine who had actually done a lot of cold emails to Zomato, and via cold emailing, he got through the position, of course, after a few rounds of interview. But cold emails work, but you should have the dedication and patience to really follow up, and you should know the strategies to do so. Okay, so where else apart from this to find opportunities? So you can check out, there are other online job portals as well, which is Indeed, Glassdoor is there, and LinkedIn is there. Then you have Handshake. So these are some portals which you can check out. Do visit the career pages of companies that you are interested in directly. For example, let's say you are interested to apply to Google. So you can go on Google careers, or let's say if you're interested to apply for any other company for that matter. So when you go on their website, there is a career portal where you can directly apply from. So check that out. You will also see the job description about the company, etc. And network as much as you can, because personal connections are really powerful. And while you apply for these roles, ensure and if you can, then do ask for referrals, because referrals help your profile to stand out, because somebody from the internal company has actually referred you, right? And also this will really give you an edge above the other people who have applied. And of course, do collect with your alumni, because they will help, like for example, in my case, during my college time, I happened to connect with few of my seniors, and my seniors helped me get some work in startups which they directly knew. So do ensure that you network a lot with your peers as well as with your seniors, and across. The next point that I want to share is that ensure that you have an ATS optimized resume. So ATS is applicant tracking system, and nowadays recruiters use ATS a lot. Where gone are the days where your profile was being scanned manually. Recruiters use this technology, and they spend like just close to 6 seconds for reviewing those resumes. So ensure that if you apply for a particular internship or a job, you use the exact keywords which are there in the job description, because that increases your ATS score in the system, that okay, so and so person applies for this job, and what the resume also mentions these keywords, so they might be a good fit. And other point that I want to mention is that ensure that you add as much numbers as possible, like quantify your achievements. So when I say numbers, I mean that you quantify the achievements that you're putting in your resume. Let's say that you increase the sales by 20% in third quarter, or let's say that you did a social media project, and in that you helped the that in that you help the company to reach like 20% more reach on their LinkedIn, for example. So do ensure that you add as much numbers and percentage when you write down your resume. And a lot of people make this mistake of having just one resume for across different job roles. This what happens is that when you use the same resume across job roles, but the wrong thing here is that your resume will be optimized only for one job description, right? So don't follow this pattern, and my suggestion would be that for each role that you apply for, it might not be like, for let's say there's a social media role, so it's not like for each and every social media role you have to create a separate one, but you can just bucket it out. Okay, these are the roles in which this resume will help, and accordingly you can apply for those roles. So ensure that you follow these strategies while you make your resume. The next point is on having a very good LinkedIn profile, and I cannot stress on this fact enough and enough, because nowadays with digital media and technology, And with people previously making websites, now you'll see more and more people having a very crisp and fine LinkedIn profile, because right from recruiters to companies to candidates, everybody is here. So ensure that you have a really nice LinkedIn profile, and we'll discuss about LinkedIn profile as such, like a full session in the next in the second part. But for now, ensure that you have a professional photograph, and you have a detailed summary meaning the about section, with a catchy headline, because doing these points will help your profile to get 21x more views. And this is as per the data seen from LinkedIn profile from as per the past years. Then ensure that you engage with content which is not just from your end to post, but also you engage with the content which is shared by your connections. You like, comment, even reshare which you feel are relevant articles and posts for your connections to know. Then you can request for recommendations. So there is a section where you can ask for recommendation. So do ensure that you add those recommendations. You can speak with your professors, even your peers, and request them for recommendation. If they've worked with you on a project, or if they've known you and your work, that would really help. And there are a lot of groups on LinkedIn, so you can choose the niche in which you're interested in, and accordingly you can participate in those discussions in the forum. So it helps you to not just network, but also create a community and also know sub thought leaders in that specific segment. Okay, so I'll just wrap up this session, and I'll also mention that one of the very important tool of cracking job or internship, from the other parts that I just mentioned on the tools on LinkedIn, etc., is that the final one is that you have to ace the interview. And acing the interview meaning that, let's say you have done all the due diligence of applying for a job, you have created the perfect resume, you've updated your LinkedIn, you have got the opportunity, and now is the interview time. So interview time is the deciding time, right? It's a yes or a no for a particular candidate. So ensure that you prepare the common questions quite well when it comes to tell me about yourself, or give me a brief about the projects you have done in the past. What are some of your strengths and weaknesses? So these are a lot of common interview questions that you can get on internet as well. Ensure that you practice them very thoroughly, and of course, while you prepare those questions, you will also get an idea that what are the questions you can expect from the interviewer. Do a very thorough research of the company that you're applying for, about the mission, values, recent news. That and when you mention about these things to the interviewer, they really know that the candidate is interested to join us. Then you might have heard about question that the interviewer always asks towards the end, that do you have some questions for me? So here it would be a good gesture that you prepare, let's say, one or two questions from your end, and that will really show the interviewer that you are genuinely interested for the role, and will also help you to understand a bit about the company. And do sit for mock interviews. Nowadays there are a lot of AI based learning where you can give mock interviews. And today only I was seeing one campaign that OpenAI did. There was a video that they posted on YouTube where a girl is trying to prepare in Hindi the interview questions, and she is trying to ask chat gpt the okay, she is trying to, she's saying, and then having chat gpt give her the feedback for the interview. And it's also like not just English but in Hindi, and I'm sure there might be other languages in which you can try this mock interview. So of course you can seek help from some of your friends, but having said that, you can also use AI, like the example that I gave, to sit for mock interviews that will help you to really get prepared. So what are some of the next steps from this session? First is that do create if you haven't created, and if you have created your LinkedIn profile, well and good. Then you would need to update as per the discussion we'll have in the second half. Then utilize internship finder tools for getting the right opportunities, like Indeed. You can use Glassdoor, or you can use LinkedIn as well. Then have tools like Excel or even Notion, where you can paste the links of the different opportunities that you're applying for, so that you keep a track of where you have applied and also the deadline for applying. And create a very crisp resume and prepare well for the interview process. So with all these things, when you do with the consistency, I would just stress not perfection, with consistency, you will be far ahead, and you will definitely land your internship, or the job that you are dreaming for. So yeah, we are at 8:06, and I can take some questions until 8:10, and then in the last 20 minutes, we'll cover the LinkedIn optimization part. So do we have any questions in the chat?
So as of now, it's like, what about session? Whether it catches recruiter attention.
Yeah. Definitely. About section is a very important section, and I'll cover this in detail when I start about the LinkedIn optimization part. But yeah, in about section is the place where exactly, if you mention the different keywords, right? Your keywords for the job or role that you're thinking about, or you want to land, then that about section gives a lot of weightage when somebody searches, let's say, marketing, then your profile to rank up. So that about section is quite important, and it definitely catches the recruiter's attention. Yeah. Okay, next question is, how is AI changing the expectations for freshers entering the workforce? So my and that's a very good and a valid question. And my thoughts here is that AI is basically not changing the expectations, but it's kind of increasing, I would say, because now you see, with AI you can do everything with perfection to some extent, right? Let's say your resume making, your LinkedIn profile making, your mock interviews. However, when you are interviewing, that's an actual person. So let's say with AI, you can do your optimization of resume, LinkedIn, mock interviews to some extent. But for clearing the interview, you have to focus on it is one of the important things, right? For joining the workforce. So yeah, that would be my answer to this. Anybody else has any questions? I hope, Pranav, I answered your question.
Yes, there is a question like how to identify fake internships.
How? Okay. Sure. So how to find? Okay, awesome. I think I have done a PhD in doing this. So how to find fake internships is that, see, when you see the opening on a website, let's say on Internshala, for example, and you see that there is no proper details of the contact person, or if you see that the website linked is not proper, but like when you click on the website, you'll know that, oh, this looks very amateurish, like very basic, or probably even if it's basic, there are no proper details mentioned. So these are few ways. And of course, I also, so for me, this fake internship went to a point, like I can narrate one incident where the company was not legal, and I was offered the internship. And me being in second year in college, I had this thing, I will go and see the office for this company. And when I really went and see and saw that office space, like in Mumbai, I saw that it was nothing, like they had just faked the address of the internship. And then when I started calling the person to ask them, they've blocked me. So I'm just saying that while money sometimes might lure you that, oh, this seems to be a very promising offer, but ensure that you take all the checks, and you can of course ask for the Aadhaar card details of the interviewer, or you can also ask if there are, and of course when the offer letter is released to you, there are a lot of details, right, which is mentioned about the company. So those are some of the checks you can do, and specifically for very early stage startups, my recommendation would be, because once you sign up for the job, then you will get to know the reality, right? But if even if during your internship time, you can even while you are not getting the internship offer signed, you can ask these sort of questions. Okay, I think, there's a lot of question. I was not scrolling. Uh,
Yes, this was like a bit student connected question. What mistakes should avoid students while networking?
Okay, sure. Oh, very nice questions. I'm really liking the questions. So, my suggestion and what I've seen people, not just students, but people make the mistake is that they just think, oh, let's say I want to network with a person who is the CMO, who is the chief marketing officer of MathWorks, for example, just making this up. So one way is that I just go and say, oh, hi, sir, and I am so and then I vanish, right? Other way is that if I want to network with that person, I do some research, which is that I study about him from his LinkedIn profile, basically. Go in the about section, I do some homework, or I go on the website and type, probably I'll get to know, oh, probably let's say he's interested in cricket. So when I network, I can just not tell that I have seen, but just subtly mention that, sir, I was watching cricket and something while you have the conversation. So these things, while you get some common understanding, then your ability to network also increases. Now you might say that, no, but what happens when we are in a new setting? So in a new setting, let's say here I see all of you on my screen. So here I would probably, if I want to network with a couple of you, I would say, oh, so how's college going? I will ask some questions which will be relatable for you as well and of my interest too. So how is college? You are from which year? What are the key challenges that you're facing, and how can, as industry, I can help? Right. So you have to bring something in between so that both the parties are interested, and of course that's only you network, and then you later get connected over LinkedIn or social platforms, post, like, comment. And Maitri, I would like towards the end you can share the interesting way we have also got connected, right? Sure. Are there other questions? Do we take?
We will take it the rest of the session. We'll continue the
Okay,
next.
okay, sure. Yeah. Okay, so let me get started with building your digital presence, and building your digital presence with the help of LinkedIn is something we'll be discussing today. So why LinkedIn? And a lot of you answered during the start of the session itself that you want to be there on LinkedIn is because you want to network, you want to showcase the different achievements, and also catch the recruiter's eyes. And you also want to gain visibility and showcase your skills, right? So here I'll start mentioning that why aren't we discussing that about X, which was formerly Twitter, or why aren't we discussing about Instagram? The reason for this is that nowadays 97% of recruiters use LinkedIn, and this they use to search for different or new candidates that they want to recruit in the company. And even a lot of reference checks happen via LinkedIn too. And there are 58 million companies which are listed. And now that I have given the statistics, you might wonder that, oh, digital impressions matter so much. So yeah, you're absolutely right that digital impressions matter this much, and with the technology in place, and now with we are going into the AI era, these things become more and more important. So I will start with the main LinkedIn elements that one should focus on, and I will be switching my screen from the presentation mode to my LinkedIn profile so that I can give you a very practical demo of what are the LinkedIn elements that I'm mentioning. So the first one being, and which I say as the profile essentials, is that to have a professional photograph, and this photograph with a neutral background. So if you do this, you get 14x more views. Then coming to the photo cover, so cover photo. So cover photo is the back photo that appears behind your profile picture. So you can use a tool called Canva, and in Canva you can edit, you can put in some pictures, and even you can use different sort of fonts, colors, and you can create a very strong branding for yourself. And coming to the headline, so headline are those 2 3 liners that you see just below the profile picture, where you can highlight the target role. Let's say that you want to that you want to apply for social media strategist, and now also you're presently working as social media strategist. But I would say that you focus on the target role, target job roles, and mention that over there. Then you can mention on the key skills, for example, that you're expert in digital marketing, and key achievements like you helped the company to drive 50% growth for clients. So don't give generic titles like, let's say, a lot of people do this student, or a lot of people do this just third year in engineering college. So those are very very generic ones, and that doesn't help your profile to stand out. So let me go to my LinkedIn profile. Yeah, so here you can see this is the professional photograph. Then on the back side I have put the cover photo. Here I have included some of the pictures from my public speaking session, and then I have created a tagline that if you're interested about impactful marketing, let's connect. And I have also mentioned about some of the mentoring that I do along with my mail ID. And this is the place where I was saying on the headline part. So here you can mention about the different skills, then achievements, and if you have an opportunity to quantify, you can do that as well. Now coming to the next part, which is the about section, about or the summary section that it is called. So here you can mention a story, basically mix a narrative as well as in bullet points about your journey. So I'll show what I have written in the summary section, but of course everybody can have their own specific ones. However, I would like to highlight the important points to keep in mind while you prepare your about section. So start with a very compelling hook, which actually makes the person, not only recruiter but anybody who goes to a profile, to instantly read it. You can start with a quote, or you can start with a personal story or a value proposition as well. That I did 20% more sales in XX year. Know Want to know how? Read more. And like you can be more creative, and how you would like your profile to look. Then do mention the achievements, some success stories, and some results which which someone can measure, like in percentages, in numbers. And do include relevant keywords. So somebody in the Q&A also asked, right, that is about section important, and do recruiters really look at it? So yeah, absolutely, they look at it, and probably they might not just go in the profile and actually read word by word, but once they make a search on the top bar where they mention about, let's say, digital marketing, they will see all the profiles who have relevant keywords mentioned. And in about the section, it has the maximum number of keywords that it gets picked from. And in the about section, you can end your story with a call to action, where you can have people reach out to you at a certain mail ID, or you can direct people to a certain website of yours, and so on. So let me go here and show you. So this is the about section. And here, so at present, I have mentioned about my role at MathWorks. Then I have mentioned about my internship journey in different companies. Then I also mentioned about the speaking sessions, my previous college degree, and I also mentioned outside work. I like to travel, learn new experiences, and experiences and cultures. So this is how you can structure it, and probably it makes it in a more story-like format. That's why I like using this format. And I've also linked out my mentoring profile on Unstock. And towards the end, I've mentioned about my mail ID, which can be used to connect. Now, just before going to the back to the presentation, I also want to highlight this featured section. So let's say that you have done your LinkedIn post, but you want few of your posts to really get highlighted. So if in case if you want to do that, at somebody visits your profile, they see some top post on your profile, you can feature it. You can use it via the featured section and add your post on the top of the profile. Now, next one is the work experience. So work experience, always and always use chronology, which is to mention the latest job first, and then in the recent to the job that you have done towards a lot of years back. In that order, one needs to mention the work experience. And while you mention, ensure that you list all the responsibilities and skills, and also with the quantifiable impact. I'm sure you must have heard this term from me like a lot of times, but it's very important that you add numbers to the skills and the responsibilities that you had executed in those companies. And include employment type, like let's say it's a part-time role or a full-time role. Then ensure that you add the location as well. This really helps the recruiters when they are hiring people to know about the location where they are based out of, if it's a in person or let's say 3 days in office sort of role. And do mention the job title as well. So let's say when you come to my profile, this is how I have listed. I have mentioned my present role, and then it's a full-time role. When I started, and I'm working here at present. Then I'm based out of Bangalore, and these are the activities that I completed and I'm still working on in my present role. Then I also try to put in some numbers just to add the quantifiable impact. And yeah, you can also list. So once you click on this plus icon, you can add the position. And in the position, you can add the title, employment type, organization, start date, and end date, or you can select I'm presently working here, give a description. And now with AI, they also have an option of rewrite with AI, but this, it seems like it's a premium feature. But of course you can use the usual chat gpt copilot. And also you can, if not on LinkedIn directly, you can refine your description or the words that you want to write here from there. And yeah, once you save it, so as per the years as in the year when you started, and if you're presently working, and as per that it will arrange automatically. So yeah, so I have listed all my experiences in this format, and I have tried to make it as much as clear with adding all the details and the numbers and so forth. So now coming to the next part, which is to complete your education qualification, certifications and volunteer section. And this will help your profile to become quite well rounded. So ensure that you fill these details too. They are very, very important. And update your profile and as well as engage with your connections. So let's say if you connect with someone, or if you have you want to send a connection request to someone, ensure that you use add a note section and just drop in like 2 lines that for the reason for you to connect with them. So there are a lot of times when you receive a reply back and then you automatically develop a good network on your LinkedIn profile. So ensure that you don't waste that add a note section and when you send a future connection request. And let's say, for example, that if you want to connect with me over LinkedIn, post this session. So you can just mention, like, let's say 1 or 2 lines about this session when you can send me a connection request. So what happens is that I get to know, oh, you attended this session, and probably I can ask, how was that? How did you like the session? I can ask, is was that helpful to you? I'm just making this up, but yeah, this is one example that I thought about. And do ensure that you use keywords very, very strategically across your profile, and not just an about section, but your headline. Then when you mention about your work experience, because you must have noticed then when I opened the jobs section in on my profile, you must have seen that there were a lot of different opportunities that were listed, and where I can apply. This is picked from your skills section as per the skills that you have. So how does AI make all those sense is that from all the keywords and the fields I have filled on my LinkedIn profile. Now, coming to the networking and engagement part. So create posts with engaging hooks, and you have Maitri as well as Gayatri on the call, who are just pro experts at it. So you can check out their profiles and you can know that, oh, how to create posts with engaging hooks, and how to have very strong call to action. Probably we would want people to engage on a previous post of yours, or go to a website, or sign up for a webinar session. So ensure that you use a good hooks as well as strong call to action in your post. Then featured section and personalized LinkedIn request. These are the two things I mentioned. Ensure that you use these 2 points in your future interactions, and that will really help your LinkedIn profile to stand out. Now, some AI tools for LinkedIn optimization. You can use Copilot or ChatGPT, excellent with captions. And now Copilot also has the ability to generate images. Then I use Gamma.ai for carousel posts, as well as the usual image generation too. So just search for yourself what fits well. And even Canva has a lot of AI options, and nowadays more and more tools have these AI features. So check which are the ones you would like to get started with, and if you've already been using, then well done, and you hope you continue to use it, because it really helps you to ease out some time. So, wrapping up, keep yourself updated with the latest trends and technology, because remember, cracking jobs or internship is not just about 1 day or 3 4 days or 1 week of preparation, but you do the preparation across, like keeping yourself updated with industry trends. For example, you are in the marketing side of things, so you read newsletters, you stay updated with the news, what's happening in the field. Or if you're from the engineering side of things, so I'm not saying that marketing should not be following the engineering side, but I'm just saying that focus area, you can also have other focus areas too. So in engineering, what are the languages, then what are the code base the industry is working on, how to stay yourself updated with the, let's say if you're planning for a switch, then latest DSA problem, or you can also check with your peers what are the course preparations they are doing who have cracked really good jobs or internships. Then optimize your LinkedIn profile as much as possible and find good jobs and internships, not just by, oh, I applied on for this job, I'm not hearing back from the recruiter. Oh, I applied on 30 profile 30 job openings, but I didn't hear back. No, when you apply with a strategy and ensure that not just for internships or job, but whatever task that you do, ensure that you do it with a strategy if you want to see real outcomes, right? I can just say, oh, apply on 10 jobs, and then probably you might forget about the following up of for the particular job, or you might just forget connecting with the recruiters over LinkedIn. So ensure that you apply a strategy and then only apply for those internships and jobs, and focus on both hard skills and soft skills. And why I say is that hard skills are, let's say you are very good in coding, you are excellent in Excel. However, during the internship or the job, when the interview is there, or let's say on the job as well, soft skills are the things which also help us to communicate. So communication, presentation skill, and etc. There are so many. So ensure that you focus on the soft skills too, and of course hard skills are important. So keep a good balance of both, and I'm sure you will ace it. So that's about the session. On the right hand side is my LinkedIn QR code, and I request Maitri to also paste my LinkedIn profile on the chat if people would like to connect. And I also have one-on-one mentoring slots. So Maitri, if you're there, would you like to highlight the top three?
Yes, yes. So, one thing is like we are offering an unstopped 1:1 mentorship with the speaker. So, obviously, the campus lead is the one who is getting the first chance. Harini Nadale is the one who is getting the free access to this mentorship on Unstop with you. I'll be sharing her details and as well. And the rest of the two is like you will be choosing the best post, best participant who has summarized the entire session from the starting to ending, what they have learned or experienced or gained from this session. So based on that, we will be selecting the rest of the two participants and we will be offering them a free unstopped 1:1 mentorship call for 30 minutes with you.
Yeah, thanks, Maitri. And just to reiterate, so if you have attended the session so far, first of all, a big thank you. And you can post and ensure that you tag me, you tag LinkedIn Inspire, and you share on your post what is the one learning that you have learned, or not just one. Then you can of course mention as many learnings that you would like to highlight, and Maitri will help me in choosing the remaining two free slots, students who get an opportunity to connect one-on-one mentorship with me. Yeah. So before I close, and if we are taking the questions for the next few minutes, I just want to say that always and always remember, all of us, like each one of us in the call, has a dream, right? But remember that dreams are free, but the amount of effort that you do to get closer to your dream never is, because efforts, some might cause you sleep, some might sleep deprivation, some might cause you prioritization, you might have to take some difficult calls, but of course in the end, when you come closer to your dream, it feels all worth it, right? So just want to end with with this quote, which I really admire, is dreams are free, but effort never is. So yeah, that's about the session, and I can stop sharing my screen and happy to take any questions.
So So, yes, students, hope everybody is clear. In the next 5 minutes, we will be taking the best questions to answer. And also, I request all the students to unmute your videos so that we will click some group pictures.
Can we do thumbs up like this and click picture? You're clicking the picture?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Okay, people on the just doing thumbs up, you have to actually come on the call and do thumbs up, not just press thumbs up.
Yes. So, thank you so much. Thanks for all your support. Thank you so much, Katani, for joining us and accepting our request to collaborate.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much for having me. Do we take some questions now? Maitri? You're mute, you're muted.
Yeah, yeah. If there are any questions, probably we are going to answer 5 to 6 questions and then we will wrap up.
Sure. Sure.
So, what type of post helps us to get noticed?
Okay, so I would say there is no straightforward answer to this. It
Yes.
actually depends that what how you are preparing the post. For example, if you're having a good hook which actually has the audience go and read your post more, then what is the call to action you are having? Then the body which you write, how compelling is that? Is it like a chat GPT sort of content, or is it sharing of some real story? So it actually, there's no straightforward thing, but I would say like post about things that you like, something about which you want your brand to be about, and that would do the thing for you. Yeah.
So, just to add on, like, there are few cases where the failure stories get more viral on LinkedIn. So, whatever your experience or the failure of your hackathon, it might be the just participation. So, just keep up showing yourself, and that would be great when you start posting everything that you have experienced. And also, yes, absolutely consistency matters rather than followers. I've seen this question a lot of times. And why don't companies provide email or a reply that applicant is rejected or not suitable for the role? Most of the companies that make some good opportunities and save time, right? And that's a question like from the student.
Okay. So, see, understand also from like from the company's perspective, but I don't promote or say that this is good. But what I want to just convey is that also understand from the company's perspective is that there are a lot of candidates who have applied for a particular role. Now, there are a lot of companies who have this that once the candidate gets finalized for a role, they will send the confirmation to that person, and to the remaining, they will send the decline email. However, there are companies who, when you apply for a particular role, they will shortlist your resume and they might be thinking that, okay, I will use this resume for a specific or different role. So we actually don't know what's the reason, and there are times when you apply for a role, but the position has already been filled, so nobody's tracking the about that role. So there are a lot of different reasons. However, like what I mentioned on LinkedIn, if you see a particular hiring person's name mentioned, or if you know a specific email ID, then you can do a follow from your end. I know this is not possible most of the time, but at times when it is possible, you can take some active measures from your end.
Yes. So as of now, I would say it's a wrap up. It's like repeated questions from the students. So thank you so much, Katya, and we will be wrapping up this session.
Okay.
So thank you so much for joining us.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much to SITAM, to LinkedIn Inspire, to everybody joining. Thank you, sir. Thank you to all the students. I really appreciate. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
I will drop off the call now. Okay.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Thank you.
So, yes, thank you so much, students, for joining us and being so much energetic as well. I've seen a lot of huge energy from the students. And here are a few QR codes where we will be sharing to join our communities. And so you can scan this QR code and you will be finding all the socials of our QR codes. You can join in all the communities of our LinkedIn Spy. So thanks for all your energy and special thanks to all the college management, students and the campus lead as well for connecting us. So we are really excited to see you all in the next upcoming session very soon with SITMs. Thank you. So at the end, one can represent or you can speak. I will be unmuting you. So you can answer your experience in one or two words. How was the session or your experience? Or what was your expectations? Does we meet your expectations or not? So in one word that you could define us. I have given access to unmute yourself so you can speak yourself to share your experience. Okay, fine. So if there is no such response, we will be wrapping up this session. Thank you. Thank you so much to all the students on the college management as well.
Hello, you able
Yes,
to
sir.
hear my voice, Maitri?
Yes, yes, sir.
Okay, ma. Thank you very much for bringing this high-fi profiled person for making the session successful. And being a student, you have taken a lot of pain. And I have to thank both Gayatri and Maitri Kura for taking a lot of pain to bring this session. But we expect you people to come over to our college and to give more in-depth session as well as to clear all the doubts. Okay, so whatever the questions they raised, if possible, you try to put up answer in the group itself. Okay, for many of the
Yes.
questions may not able to answer due to time constraint. Okay, and try to schedule a session that is offline session. It will be create more interaction to support the rural talent people. Okay, so convey my wishes also. I wish you all the best for all your career growth and improvement. So this is on behalf
Yes.
of Seatam. That's I want to convey.
Thank you so much, sir.
Okay, shall we leave?
Yes, yes, sir.
Thank you, ma. Thank you.